Jean Carroll versus Donald Trump: Power, Justice, and One Woman's Fight. In December 1993, during his wedding to Marla Maples, just 2 months after their daughter Tiffany was born, Donald Trump reportedly made a crude remark to Howard Stern: "Vagina is expensive." By 1997, that marriage was over. Decades later, writer Jean Carroll, now an adjudicated victim of Trump's abuse, might agree with the costliness of that statement, though in an entirely different context. Carroll, a former Elle columnist and Saturday Night Live writer, accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in the 1990s. That encounter would eventually lead to multiple lawsuits, resulting in Trump being ordered to pay her over $100 million in damages. Her book, Not My Type: One Woman versus a President, spans 368 pages and blends sharp humor with raw honesty. At 81, Carol has no reason to hold back. In the courtroom, she faced degrading questions from Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, now a U.S. attorney for New Jersey, who at one point asked her how many people she had slept with. Carol met it all with grace, but her writing makes it clear the wounds are still there. Her disdain for Habba and Trump is unapologetic. She describes the legal battle not only as a pursuit of justice, but also as a personal reckoning, tinged with dark wit and open scorn. In May 2023, a federal jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse, forcible touching, and defamation. He was ordered to pay her $5 million. Ironically, while denying the allegations, Trump confused Carroll with his ex-wife, Marla Maples, during a deposition, undermining his own claim that Carroll was not his type. After the verdict, Trump mocked Carroll during a CNN town hall, once again repeating defamatory statements. Carroll didn't hesitate. "I wake up the next morning," she writes, "and I sue him again." And she won again. In January 2024, a second jury awarded her $83 million. The financial toll in Trump continues to rise, with interest still accumulating. So, what does Carol plan to do with the money? She writes, "I pledge to make Trump very, very mad by donating most of it to everything he hates. Think reproductive rights, voting access, climate action." Trump has already lost 2 appeals regarding the original $5 million ruling, with a Supreme Court review now on the horizon. Arguments for the $83 million appeal are set to be heard by the Second Circuit Court in Manhattan. In her book, Carol skewers Trump's image with theatrical flair. She paints a vivid picture of the former president during trial, his exaggerated features, flamboyant tie, and sweeping hair reminiscent of Bette Davis in Now Voyager. It's as much a performance critique as it is courtroom commentary. She doesn't spare Trump's legal team either. Her description of Habba is dripping with sarcasm. Poised, fashionable, smiling at the jury as though she's in a comedy scene, only to be gently corrected by the judge mid-hearing. Carol also reveals a piece of unused evidence involving journalist Michael Wolff, who claimed in his book, Too Famous, that Trump once bragged to Epstein about his encounter with her. While potentially damning, Carroll's legal team opted to not include it due to concerns over hearsay and the overwhelming prejudice the Epstein name might cause. Despite the darkness of the subject, Carroll ends her book on a hopeful note. She writes, "It looks like we're doing some good. We proved Trump is a liar. We changed the law in New York." Following the first trial, the jury ruled Trump hadn't technically committed rape because there was no penile penetration. However, in August 2023, Judge Lewis Kaplan determined that Carroll's account was still substantially true. This led to the passage of the Rape is Rape bill in early 2024. broadening the legal definition of rape in New York State to include all forms of non-consensual sexual contact. That legislative shift? It's Carroll's legacy.